So the question I had for myself a couple weeks ago was, should I buy a new chainsaw or should I fix the old Sthil chainsaw that I had to do some tree removal that I had to do at the house? You know, you have to ask yourself, should I buy a new chainsaw or should I fix the old one that I've got? You know, fix the old one or go with a brand new one? And you know, only you can answer that question. But a lot of times your wife can help you answer that question, and just the situation of the chainsaw that you have will answer that question for you. So for that day, you know, I really only had an hour or two. You know, when you work 60, 70 hours a week, when you've got a side project for yourself, you only have so much time. You can't dig around with something that's not running right. You can't be messing with stuff. So for that particular situation, it was, you know, I've got the spare money. Go ahead, buy a new chainsaw. And so it was, you know, should I get a Sthil or should I go with an Echo? And the deciding factor on that was, you know, they're both good chainsaws. So it was, well, the Ace Hardware was closed at 6, and I was running my job, my route that day till 7 or 8. So my only option that day was go buy an Echo. And you know, Sthil versus Echo, you know, it's always there. But it was who's going to give me the best warranty is what it boiled down to that day. Was Echo came with a 5-year warranty versus Sthil's 1-year warranty. So, I mean, that was a deciding factor that day. Was, you know, they're both good chainsaws. They'll both run. They'll both do the one was a used chainsaw that I was going to have to dicker with and put time and effort into, and I just didn't have that time or effort that day. So, and actually, it's kind of a loaded question because it's actually do both. If you like working on small engines and you like fixing stuff, then you can always have something that's, you know, you've spent that money to, it's under warranty, but you can always have your side chainsaws that you can dicker around with, you know, do your hobby with, and invest that time and effort into. So that's the question. Should I buy a new chainsaw or should I fix an old one? Well, the answer is both. So, yeah, you know, that was a quandary. That was the question to myself that day. But you know, the situation of dickering with something that's old and was needing some TLC, and you know, the particulars of that chainsaw was, it's a little Sthil 018C, and it came from the scrapyard. I put a cheap eBay carburetor on it, and I was still needing to track down a bar for it and a chain. And so it was going to be too much of a headache that day. I had a short window of opportunity to get the yard work done that day, and you know, spent a half hour buying a brand new Echo, which, you know, it came with all the tools. It had the right bar, it had the right chain, and I knew it was going to be out of the box. Put some bar oil in it, put some fuel in it, start it up, do a little bit of a break-in process, let it run a little while, and then but that was the question that day. So it was an easy answer for me for that day. Was, you know, I didn't have the time to track down the proper bar for it. So it was a quick answer for me. Of course, the girlfriend's like, well, you've got all these other chainsaws. She's like, why are you buying a new chainsaw? Well, you know, I don't have the time and effort to mess with any of my old ones that were needing TLC, but this is the old Sthil that I would have been playing with that day. And you know, it was a free chainsaw, so putting a new carb on it and finding a new bar and matching it up, that would have worked too. So Huh? For a junkyard find from scrap iron pile, I mean it's a hell of a good little chainsaw. So yeah, I'll invest the time into this little chainsaw. But for that day, I had to go out and buy a new Echo. So it's one of those questions you have to ask yourself, you know. And that day, it boiled down to going and buying a new Echo because of the warranty. That's what got me that day. It was a warranty, and the other store was closed. So if you like chainsaws, if you like manly stuff or womanly stuff, hey, there's a lot of girls that like chainsaws too. So, but yeah, do both. Have something that you buy brand new that you're not gonna have to tinker with, that comes with a warranty. And hey, if you can get a good deal on a chainsaw and it's price prohibit, you know, if you're not going to get upside down on something, and that's what you like to do. So if you guys like hobbies, you like chainsaws, like, subscribe, and hey, check it out. I do a lot of stuff with tools, car remodeling, stuff like that. You know, just interesting stuff. See ya.